Hi people, welcome to our first podcast for NHL Stenden.
Yeah.
I'm Matt and I'm here with Cedric.
Yep, what's up? And we have like Elion in the back there, our manipulator, sound recording manipulator. Yeah, kind of.
And yeah, for our first podcast, we wanted to talk about how we made the decision to come to Leeuwarden and study here.
Yeah.
And a little bit about our first experience with university and the
Definitely,
study
yeah.
program and everything.
Why we decided to go here and how our thoughts are till now, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So currently we're both studying creative business. I've been here already for 10 months, started studying leisure and event management and then changed after the summer break.
I've been hanging out in Germany and I decided to study here because I wanted to do something internationally and I didn't want to do it in Germany because I would have spoken German all the time and I like English more, 100%.
So when did you decide to study actually here? When did you knew this is what I'm going to do?
Yeah, that's the thing. When I started looking for something that I could study, I was like, what could I do? I wasn't like, I didn't have like this one interest, and I was like, for instance, like a hobby, or I said like, oh my god, I love filmmaking, so I want to study filmmaking. So I was like open-minded. So I said like, I want to do something that I could have like, which I could start with a name, and then but it's like open like so many branches that it could like completely like change the whole aspect of what I'm learning.
Yes. So the study, what you mean is the study doesn't put you in a certain direction.
Yeah,
so it gives you
that's the problem. Yeah, I didn't want it to like be in like a certain direction. I was able to like, okay, if I like this, I can go in this direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was why I wanted to study here.
That was kind of also the reason for me. Like I said, it was the reason why I wanted to start leisure and event management, because it gives you the tools in a certain area, but still to be actually completely free what you want to do after the study. Because if you for example in Germany go and study like business management, then you will just end up doing like maths and basic business management, you know. And I think this not only this study but like all the studies in NHL Stenden gives you opportunity to choose your own path. Exactly. And you can easily change lanes. You can be in production management after the studies, and then you can, after certain years, you can change your mind and still be in this like area but doing a different job.
But it's also kind of like connected, so you don't like start from zero again, so you still also have some knowledge that you can also apply for the other stuff.
Yeah.
So although you can like drift free, it's not going to be like, okay, I made a wrong decision, so now I basically have to start all over again.
Yeah, you don't have to go back to scratch.
Yeah.
So you can take the experience and go another way.
Yeah, so for you it wasn't hard to like change to creative business, right? Because of that.
Well, leisure and event management and creative business is kind of different because creative business is all about media and what is media about? How do you create content for media? How do you produce it? And leisure and event management was more about actually managing not like only events, because like the name says, it's leisure and events, and leisure is so much more than people imagine. Leisure is simply everything you do in your free time. Yeah. So if you go sit at a seaside or at the beach, that's leisure. And what leisure and event management people try to do is what they're trying to do is basically to give you a good time, to give you an experience. So it's different, because at some point for leisure and event management you also have to create content. I mean, look at the Disney theme parks, look at the Lego worlds.
Figure out what people want and then apply that and make like something out of it.
Exactly. So in some kind of way it is similar, but the area is a whole different one.
Okay. Yeah. So why did you choose Leeuwarden for your study, kind of? You went from the leisure management to creative business, so it's same university, right?
Yeah, it was the same.
Why before did you choose Leeuwarden? Was it like
Well, I had some friends who actually studied at NHL Stenden.
Okay.
It's already been a few years. So before I actually knew about NHL Stenden, I already knew about Leeuwarden. Okay. I came to a few times to visit them, and I knew the city. And like after some time, they start talking about what they study and what they do, and it was interesting for me. So I started to inform myself about the school and what opportunities there are in study-wise. And at that time, when I decided to study leisure and event management, I thought like, I'm really interested in events. I'm really interested in sports. So I can do something with it. But the reason why I changed my study was mainly because leisure and event management was trying to force an entrepreneurial mindset on you. So they took a bit of creativity
out of it. Now you're studying creative
and
business.
now
that
I'm creating
makes sense.
business. Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So let's talk about like a open day.
Oh yeah, open day. Yeah.
Because for me, it's been I think 2 or 3 years I've been to an open day actually.
Yeah. So I came here. I started in September, and I came here I think the year before, or no, that February I came here. From Germany, I went with my aunts and I went to Leeuwarden.
So this 2019 February or last year?
No, last year February, I think. Yeah, it's 2018, I think, was it? So after I did my Abitur, I came. I lived in China. Then I came back to Germany to hang out a bit, and then I started thinking about studying. So then I thought about creative business, something like interesting that is like where can like go in many directions, different directions. And then my mom actually told me something that she looked at, schools or universities in Holland. So, and then I looked at Leeuwarden, came here on the opening day. It was really, really well structured. So I came here, they had like a structured plan of when to start. I think we had to like meet up people or like a student, actual student out of, that was actually studying here for like, I think 2-year and 3-year students from the course. And then they sat down, so there was like for creative business as well, but also for international business, I think, and also leisure management and stuff. So you sat at a table with the person who was like corresponding to the study you were interested in. And then you sat down, you had coffee and tea in the, I think it was the Stenden Hotel, I think. We sat down there, we talked to the person. For me it was a girl from second year, I think. So I was there in a group with people. There were other people, other young adults, and also some parents of them who were actually sitting down and wanted to know stuff. And then she just broadly sat down, said some stuff about the university itself, and then we just rapid fired questions at her face, and she tried to like explain it in the easiest way. And then imagine. I think after that she gave us a quick tour about for the whole university, so the campus itself. So we went through the 2 main buildings and stuff, and she explained where are certain things and how to actually like go from one place to another without getting lost in the universe, because it's pretty huge. So and then after that I think we had 3-meal lunch. And I ate horse for the first time. You ate horse? Or pony, I don't know. But they had like a list, but it was in Dutch. And we got like these little kind of like cups where the food was in. And I started eating it, and I was like, it doesn't taste like chicken. It also doesn't really taste like pork. Or beef, but it was like something in between. So I was like, what the hell is this? And then they said it was horse or pony. I'm not sure anymore. Or pony. But a lot of the people who were sitting with me, so the group that I was in, a few of them I think actually like had a horse or were riding or whatever. So they looked a bit shocked. And then I was like, I'm still gonna eat it because it was delicious, but it was weird. It was like, before I was like, well, it's fine, but after you know that it's a horse or something that you would normally wouldn't eat, it was like,
Well, I don't know. I think it was like a piece of meat in a warm meal, right?
It was like tiny cups who were like cones from ice cream, so you could actually eat it as well. So it was like just a small thing. And so we had like I think 3 different dishes or 4 different, and you had to before we had to for the opening day, by the way, you have to like go on the Stenden website, and then they have like a link, or like it says something about opening day, and then you select the city and at what time, because they have different dates. Currently mostly like around like holiday time, so actually people, or like the weekend, so people actually have the time to come. And you go on there, and then you can like select different things. You have to pay a certain amount of money because they structure the whole day for you. You also have like a tour of Leeuwarden afterwards.
Yeah.
But so the dinner was also like counted in, and you had to like say if you're a vegetarian or if you have any food stuff that you can't eat, any allergies or something. Yeah. So again, yeah, that was the thing. Yeah. So after that, there was this city tour kind of, but I didn't participate in it because my aunt and my uncle wanted to do stuff with me. So I was actually then they just looked around Leeuwarden and left me alone at the university because I didn't want them there. It would have been weird for them.
Yeah.
So and then I quickly gave them a quick tour of the campus. Yeah, and then I actually went home. So that was for the opening day for me.
Yeah, it's funny to hear that because, like I said, for me it was it's already been 2 or 3 years that I've been to the open day, and after that you told me how your open day was. It was exactly the same.
Yeah, it was probably the same
exactly
structure.
the same structure for me too. So I also had to register on the Stenden website and also put informations in.
Yeah, tick like things off.
Yeah,
right?
like if you have like allergies because of the food they will give you. If you have like a nut allergy, they
probably won't give you nuts.
They will have to know, you know.
Yeah.
And it was the exact same thing. And I remember you put information in like your name and blah and what study you're interested, so you make your registration. And as soon as you put the information in that you're German or coming from Germany, then you were able to choose like the international open day or the German open day.
They also had groups. They
had like different groups.
As well.
And I remember that I registered for the international open day. And the day of the open day, you had to like check in for the open day.
Yeah.
And I was waiting in the international line, and when I stepped to the desk and told them my name, she was checking the list, and she was like, "Yeah, you're not on the list."
Wow.
I'm like, "How can I be not on the list?" And I showed them the confirmation that I'm registered for the open day. Yeah. And then they figured out. They asked me like, "Do you come from Germany?" And I said, "Yeah." And they checked the German list, and I don't know how, but somehow I slipped into the German list.
Okay,
well. And they asked me like, "Yeah, do you want to do the German open day or the international open day?" And I said, "I don't see the point in doing the German open day because I knew the study will be in English. So, you know, why should it be in German? So give me the whole experience. I want to do the international day." And it was the same. We sat down with a group of like, most of the groups were like 5, 6, 7, maybe some more for some group. And the funny thing for our group, we were just 3 people. Yeah. So there was, it was actually a brother and sister who were interested in studying leisure and event management, and me. So we were like a really small group. Okay. But it was the same. We sat down, had a coffee. They offered us like
little biscuits,
biscuits and cookies, and then it was the same. So she told a little bit about the study, about the school. It was the same. We blasted off questions. And in the end of the day, we also had a meal. Yeah.
The interesting part is, though, that because I also went to Utrecht to actually look at the course, they also had an opening day, but that was not structured as the one in Leeuwarden at all. Because I went to Leeuwarden first, and I was like, well, this was a great experience. And my parents actually thought that I would actually choose Utrecht because the city itself is a bit bigger, has a bit more to offer. But when I came there, it was way more unstructured. You had to like there were like signs and like people standing around who actually helped you, but they never like really went towards you. You always had to like come to them. You always had to like seek the argument, or
you had to ask for help.
Yeah, I had to ask a lot of time because it was really weird and even more unstructured than the university here, although it's really big. But there were so many people as well because I think it was during the the university was actually open. So
during study time.
Yeah, because in Leeuwarden in February, I think shortly they still had holidays, so there was like this was like first week of the February start.
Yeah, so it's another time it's organized.
Yeah. But it was like we had to like find our way ourselves, and we came too late for the opening lecture because there were so many people there. Yeah, so that was immediately a thing for me that was like, wow, okay. And like I didn't have like I had to like go around myself and like get myself some food. It wasn't like really structured. Although I wasn't even that mad about it that it was so not unstructured, but the vibe itself that the university gave me and stuff were just not as good as the ones in Leeuwarden. That's why I said, okay, I'm going to go here.
How about your, how was the study start week for you? Because we were also in different groups.
So first off, we came Yeah, I came there. I was late because I actually the 2 days before, so the weekend before, I came to Leeuwarden to get to go into my room and stuff. And my roommates told me that the Saturday they said you had to be there at like 10, but the actual thing starts at like 12 because there's like an entrance lecture or whatever, like an entree lecture for the new students.
Yeah.
So I came there late because I didn't want to. First off, normally if I also go to parties, I'll be like coming towards the middle because it's like. It's like the best time to come because I feel like the beginning there were like the vibe isn't there yet and stuff. So or if you're like a really open person and like you create the vibe, you can of course start first. But I just came there and I saw a lot of people outside, and then I went in and I got like this shirt, probably as you did as well, with the creative business things on the back. It's like, wow, why the hell are we wearing this? But and then a buddy actually started talking to me, and then we went into this big hallway lecture thingy, and then they had like the introduction stuff, and then we got into our groups, right? And the funny thing was my group there were only girls, and there was like 11 girls, 2 buddies who were also girls. So buddies meaning the older students. Yeah. That like took us around, buddies, so two study buddy girls and then like 11 other girls, and I was the 12th guy. I was like, wow, this is gonna get really weird because we didn't change groups till the whole week, so we said that
was your like study start
group, and I was like, wow, this is gonna get rough because actually normally, right, like study start weeks are like for meeting new people and stuff, and if you normally in the group, it's the easiest way to like get to know people because you're like, okay, we've been put in the same group, so let's talk. Yeah. It's harder to like go into another group now and just say like, yo, what's up?
Yeah. For me, it was a bit strange, to be honest. I was on time. Okay. You had to do like the check-in again, and when you didn't already pay, you were able to pay for the study start week, which was a bit much, to be honest. It was, I think, like 90 euros.
Yeah, my parents paid that, so I wasn't.
Yeah, but it's not about who pays it, but what do you pay it for? That's like the important stuff. Yeah. And I had fun during the week. That's like no doubt. Don't need to argue about that. It was a really fun week and a good experience. And we had like dinner, but it felt like it wasn't worth 90 euros.
No, definitely not. Yeah.
And Ilian is not in agreement. But like I said, it was still fun. The weird thing for me was as soon as you made your check-in and got your blue t-shirt, they put us into little groups of like 8 to 10, 12 people.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then we went outside and played like little games, and was fun and was good to
get to know each other. Yeah,
exactly. To like release the tension, everybody is excited and a bit anxious.
Yeah, anxious. It's
everything. And then it was an introduction lecture for the whole study. Yeah. The teachers were introduced, and basic information, basic overview about the whole study was given, right? And then they started to announce the groups.
Yeah, I was like,
you've been to the lecture, right?
Yeah. That was like I wanted to like. She said like, just don't be late for that lecture because then they're gonna put you into groups. And I was like, okay, sure.
And before that, they started to announce the groups, and I don't remember the teacher's name, but then
Annalise. Was Annalise.
It was Annalise?
Yeah.
Then it was she. And she was like, now it's the last group to be announced. And each group had like, 15 people in it?
Yeah, 15 or...
15,
I think
like around
15, 13.
Yeah, something like that. And when she said the last group will be announced now, everybody took a look around the hall, and there were still like 30, 40 people left.
Wow.
And we were all wondering like, what's happening here? So the group was announced. They took us to the learning company where all the computers are. Yeah. And we stood there for like a solid 10 minutes. Wow. And people like one person or two persons were like
leaving.
Took out of the group of the leftover group and spread into different groups.
Okay.
And in the end it was another girl and me who were standing there like without a group.
Wow.
We didn't know what to do, so they tried to somehow put us into a group, which was fine. It was lucky. I ended up in a really good group. Exactly.
That with 12 girls or 15 girls, like
with Ilian.
13, 14 girls.
And I feel like really clicked quickly. So after the second day, it was like we knew each other for at least more weeks than just 2 days.
Yeah. So
And after that, after the study start week was over, they announced the classes.
yeah, and you were in a totally
And
different
I
class.
ended up in
Yeah.
a total different class.
Yeah.
And so even in the study start week was fun that me ending up in a different class took like...
Yeah. The problem is then you don't see
Took
you,
it all
you don't,
away.
you don't see the other person if it's not that often, if you're not in the same group. Of course, if you like meet after school, that works, but because we had also different schedules and stuff,
Yeah.
I had free time on some days where other people where other friends that I met there were who were not in my class had. And then for instance, I was off on Monday and they were off on Friday. They did something on Friday or on Thursday on till Friday.
Yeah.
And I couldn't really, of course I could have like gone, but I don't want to have a kind of hangover on the next day of school. And not at the beginning, definitely not. So,
Yeah, I mean it was kind of sad because it was a great week, great people, and you get to know each other, and then you just get taken out of that and put into a whole new class with new people, and
directly start group work as well.
And that class was not even a group itself, so it was just random leftovers of people put together into a class.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty clear that the first 1-2 weeks will be kind of awkward because the study starts and you have to work in groups and you have to work together, but you still have to figure out a way to get to know each other. So
for me, it was also funny that most of the buddies, they didn't really wanted to do the stuff that we had to do or their schedule that they kind of designed themselves, because I think the first day we had like this tour throughout Leeuwarden, right?
Yeah.
It was really warm and there was a lot of people, so we were like completely crowding the whole city itself. So our buddies and buddies of other groups, one other group, we met like we went to one of the buddies' places, and we actually hung out and drank beer and was way cooler. The good thing was then I actually met a group. I think it was your group actually. I went to German people out of your group, right?
Yeah, I think
with Elion, I was the same group with Elion,
we had a lot of German people in our group.
Yeah,
and Elion and me, we were in the same group.
Yeah, so I met, or I think it was the other German people. I met them in there actually because I was the only other people I could talk to out of my group were girls. I was like, wow, so now I'm the guy with 12 girls. It's the only guys who would actually talk to me would be like, hey, can you get a number from me? Can you give me a number for the other girls? I won't name any names, but that definitely came up once or twice. So yeah, that was like, wow, either I like talk to girls or I talk to horny guys. When they're like, yeah. Still the deal at the beginning.
You know, there is this rule for the study buddies that they are not allowed to hook up with people who are like starting the study.
Yeah, because they directly have an advantage.
There is a rule for it. So even it's not even about just hooking up. Even if you know this person from, I don't know, from home, they are not allowed to do anything.
I heard about this, but I heard about this, but I thought it was like a whole rule, but it was like kind of like something that the guys or like people actually. The students actually like say like, wow, you're actually hooking up with someone that is directly like devoted of like your knowledge, kind of like, because of, you know what I mean? So that would be like, I thought it was kind of like a rule. So if you would like have a girlfriend that you meet like in the thing, it would be like, you'd be like, wow, you met her there, great job, you did a fine job, like.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I understand that you as a study buddy are not allowed to like, I don't know, like make out with the new students in front of everybody. But I think because they have like shifts, you know. It's like working time if you want so. And I mean, if it's not in public, then it should be up to them to do whatever they want. I kind of understand it, but it also feels like a big interception into privacy.
Yeah, but the thing is, the study buddies, this is just for the first week, right? It's just for the.
It's
so after this first week is done, you're not gonna have like talks with the person, and then you kind of another thing is you meet a person and you like the person. That's a natural course. That's not like it's gonna be like completely different from. It's not gonna be like if however you look, you still have to have like something that the other person likes about you. It's not gonna be like just because you're a buddy means like you're gonna get like free pass for something. It's like so what the hell? So it's weird. And
because it came up, it was like a
maybe
information to receive.
Yeah, of course you don't have to like do it in the first week, but like if you like the person, you stay in contact with him throughout the study thing. So then it's not like it's gonna be like 1 week and then your guys gonna be, I don't know, together. It's like and he's like, for me, for instance, wouldn't be the case because I don't like do this like in terms of a week. It was like I meet a person, I was like, okay, at the end of the week it's gonna be like, yeah, we're almost married now. Wow. Yeah, of course, students come here. Students want to have fun. It's like the study start week is for them to have fun, to like get to know the thing, but of course also like embrace that they're gonna start studying.
Yeah.
Kind of meaning, okay, from next week on, I have to sit down. There you go, first beef of the day. Before you have to like start studying and like actually have to put in some work.
Yeah.
Right. So that's like the 1 week where you can cool off or like don't really cool off, but like prepare yourself for the study itself. Yeah. So coming back to the study start week by itself, I would say was very fun. I heard that last year's or the ones before were better, not just from buddies and other people who I don't know participated or saw them, but yeah. So a lot of cool pictures actually came out, I would say.
Yeah, the pictures were really good.
Overall a lot. I met a lot of people that I hung out with a lot after. We did stuff together directly, like came into like feeling like we were kind of like getting to know each other really good, and we could like be or like maybe already starting like real friendships. It was very interesting. And yeah, the thing is when after we started like with our classes and we were like with other people as well, you still had like the chance to like go back and meet the people you actually like met in the study start week.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I think like you said, it was a good experience, and I would recommend
definitely
like,
100%
all students to take part in the study start week, just to get used to the people, get used to the town.
It's always hard to
get used to the school.
It's always hard to like go somewhere when everything is started and you and everyone had like someone to talk to, and you're like one person or like one of the few people who actually don't know anyone yet.
Yeah.
And that's like always a struggle because then there are like multiple people who are still looking for people that they don't know, but it's like you're alone and all the other groups are already formed.
Yeah, you're like
so
the
only
only
everybody's
one.
like thrown together with someone, and everyone has to like find new friends, most of them, most likely. So coming back later after that week, yeah, and a lot of fun stuff happened already, and then you have like this, because it's like for you, because you're in that part case, you're like an outsider, you don't know the information, so you can't really laugh about that stuff, and you can't say like, yo, oh my god, last week was so fire, yo, bro.
Yeah, it's good. Like I said, I would recommend people who participate experience it. And sometimes some things go wrong, you know, like organization wise.
But
sometimes even the study buddies weren't sure where to be because there were so many changes last minute. But yeah, I think it's fair to say study start was a good experience.
Yeah, definitely. Right? So this would be the wrap up for the first episode. Thank you for listening, and hopefully you tune in next time. We're probably gonna talk about Leeuwarden, what the city is about. Yeah,
we're gonna share some experience about living here in Leeuwarden and being a student at NHL Stenden. We hope it will be another exciting and entertaining episode.
Definitely.